Yeah, welcome to my Let's Play, my favorite game of the 90s, Windows 95. Yes, you heard right, Windows 95. And what's so special about this game? So this game came in two different versions, basically. One cartridge-like version called floppy drive version and one CD-ROM drive version. Yes, the ultra new and coolest stuff in the 90s. The CD-ROM drives, they had double speed CD-ROM drives, but even 4 times speed CD-ROM drives. And these 4 times speed CD-ROM drives back then, in the days, we thought they are moving so fast, they're rotating so fast, all viruses are flushing away when they're moving so fast. So Windows 95, I am playing this now here in my VirtualBox and just simply boot up. Oops, simply go to full screen here. Boot up the first stage, the first level called the setup, so-called setup. And as you can see here, it wasn't, and the first stage was only keyboard driven. So you have no mouse in here. You cannot do anything with the mouse. You have 4 simple options: pressing enter for continuing, F1 for help, F3 for exit, and F5 for remove color. And back in these days, the first level had lots and lots of bugs, just like, for example, if you click on F5, if you have only a color gray display, you cannot switch on the color again with F5. So you have to press enter here, and it then starts preparing the installation process, and then you get to the second level, the graphical installation process, that will take you to some basic instructions and some choices, and it can take 30 to 60 minutes to just complete this level. Back in the days, of course, nowadays it's lots faster. I will show you this right now. So then you had, of course, lots and lots to read. Back in the old days, the games came with lots and lots of text, so you had to read in here because the computers were not so fast to just simply play back any sound or video. So you had to read a lot, and yeah, click on yes here is the correct answer. Then there's a save recovery function that allows you, just when you played the game, can just simply continue, or it tries to continue on the last point there where you just left, but I won't do this. I'll start a new game in here. And then you have the choice where to just simply run the game. You have 2 choices: the other directory or the default directory, C Windows. And I will stick to C Windows because with the other directory, it could be a hard pain in the ass if you just go this way. So let me go to this way first. And then you had the difficulty level that you can choose in here. For example, they have the typical difficulty level, the portable, the compact, and the custom difficulty level. I will stick to the typical one. And now the first challenge: you have to find your key, because without the key you cannot play the game. You cannot go further on in the further on in the third level and so on. So back in the days, those keys were printed on such manuals, as you can see here, or handbooks, or they were asking for example, what's the first sentence in or on page 65 in chapter 2 or something like this, and you had to type in there, because back in the days there was no DRM or something like this. So the challenge begins here. So my code, there was of course the famous 777777777 code that will just simply unlock everything, but I want to just start with this little code that just simply works. As you can see here, a very easy code, and it's just working. And the second just simply challenge is typing in your name in here, and as you can see here, it just doesn't work because it's a wrong keyboard layout. So it was really pain in the ass to figure out the real keyboard layout in here. And yeah, just pressing in here again, and then you have the choice to play either the network or enable the sound. So let's do this in here. Enable network and sound in here, and then it starts just simply loading up everything onto your hard drive, so that you can then begin with the third stage, which is a really cool stage, which also has some mini games available and some real tough challenges, because then the real fun begins. You have to just simply run the game in an office mode, which allows you to just simply the main goal of the system is, or the main goal of the game is, just simply to not have it crash. And this is really hard. I remember back in the days, I had 1 or 2 weeks where I just simply had to start over the whole game. And it was, I think, then later with the successor Windows 98, it just simply got then to a 1 month state where I have to just simply start over the game because it was stuck again, and the crashes were not stopping. So as you can see here, it takes a little bit of time, but this is just normal. So even on newer machines, even if you just start play it on or in your VirtualBox, it's just simply taking a lot of time, so need a little bit patient. Back in the days we had a lot of time. We don't had smartphones, we don't had tablets, we don't had Facebook, we don't had Google Plus or something like this to just simply chat with your friends. We had telephones, and when we were in the internet, or when we got to the internet, our telephone lines were blocked, and we did not have time to talk to other people, and others did not have time to talk to us. So then the next challenge is just simply install the most common components, or show me the list of components so I can choose. So this is just like in every other role-playing game, you can have the show me components, and then you have a granular option in here what you can do. Just like, for example, if you want to send fax, so sending fax was also a very challenging game. Before we had SMS or something like this, we were sending faxes to our friends and challenging them in XXO or something like this. This was just simply a nice and fun way to play games. So I will just simply install everything in here, which is what's recommended, and click on next. And then the next thing is that if you want to start in a different level, or if you want a bonus level, you have the option to create a so-called startup disk, which allows you then to play a little bit more with the game. And just simply, this was also very useful if you get stuck in the game. You can just simply, like a second game, load this startup disk and then try to repair your main game with this. This was also possible, but I don't want to create a startup disk. I'm living the risky way in here. And then it started copying over the whole system, and you can see the nowadays it's very interesting, because you have to get to the different tips that are shown in here, what you can do with this game. And as you can see, it's very, very fast. Back in the days, it took around 30 to 60 minutes to show you this, but nowadays I thought we can skip this just by going on a fast machine in here. And then we had successfully finished our setup level, and we can upgrade then, as you can see here, to our major level, which was back in the days. Whoops. Had to just simply, as you can see here, if you were not fast enough in taking the CD-ROM or disk or floppy disk out, you had to just simply restart over. And this is not what I want, so let's go back and try to reset this virtual machine. This is a cool part of virtual machines. I can just simply reset, and then it's starting up the main level. But as you can see here, insufficient memory to initialize Windows. So there were lots and lots of those cranky little spoofy little so-called error levels that just simply blew your system away. So let me just simply, if you had too much memory, you had to just simply downgrade so that it just simply worked. And let me just simply downgrade in here my virtual machine, which is very easily possible today, but back in the days it was not. And this will just simply allow you to boot the system in normal mode. And this is just simply normal. Hit reset a few times. This is just simply it's trying to make you suffer. Go to the safe mode on here. Windows protection error. So after overcome this hassle, you just simply, then you have the next level. You have the option to start normally, lock, safe boot, step-by-step configuration, command prompt only, or safe mode, command prompt only, but I choose normal here. So the second level of the installation process starts up, and this is just simply then going through lots and lots of, let's say, it's a Vulkan a Vulkan patience lesson for you, because you have to just simply wait and just simply lots and lots of options to click and just simply type in before you can start with the main game. So let's start with some typing in here. So you have lots and lots of to type in here, because this was basically back in the days, it was the fun in the game industry to type lots and lots of stuff in here, and clicking and videos were not so popular back in the day. So then you had to, of course, insert your CD-ROM drive again. This was a little fun game. So you had to insert it, then you had to just simply eject the CD-ROM drive again, and so on and so on. And with floppy drives, it was even harder, because you had 22 floppy drives and you had to put in the right order, otherwise the system won't work. And this was just simply a very nice and very interesting thing to do. Windows 95, as you can see here, I cannot just simply open up my floppy drive. So what I have to do, and back in the days I had to do this a lot also, is just simply resetting the machine and pressing F12 in here with the CD-ROM drive encrypted, and then just simply boot from the hard drive instead of the CD-ROM drive. And then you had some nice little because Windows noticed it right away that you rebooted your computer, and then will just simply give you a next level of problems in here. It will start scanning. It will start scanning if you just simply manipulated the game in some way, or just simply tried to cheat around this installation level, which was also a security measurement in back in the days. So as you can see here, lots and lots of errors and so on. Just click continue in here. It just tries to convince you that you need to rerun it from the beginning, but I won't do this in here. I would just simply start the system, and we will, with some luck, have the system running. The final level of Windows 95, the major stage level. Otherwise we have to reinstall. It could be a pain in the ass again. So start from the beginning of the Windows 95 level. So what was a very funny game back in the days, because this was happening all the time, and every 1 or 2 weeks you had to go through this process of reinstalling. So because it was so fun, let's do this again. Just simply reinstall the whole stuff. So now we are in the final stage, in the final level of Windows 95, and as you can see here, the screen is a little bit small because it's in 4:3 screen basically, or the game was made for 4:3 screens. And the first challenge was just changing your background, because this was really ugly. So you had to figure out that you have to right click on this so-called desktop and then go to properties to just simply change the background. So let's change it to something that we have in here. You can see these were very easy backgrounds. Let's change it to cloud. Now we had clouds in here. So what we could do now here is play some mini games. If we go to start programs, we had some mini games under accessories games, and there were some games just like, for example, Solitaire or Minesweeper, that we were able here to play. And you could also play various mini games at once, which was also pretty interesting and pretty normal back in the days. But you had also some other stuff in here. Scan disk is a nice just simple challenge that allows you to just simply it checks the system, but it will find lots and lots of errors, and you have the option to just simply ignore these errors and continue, or just simply restart the whole first level and second level, so the installation or so-called setup process of the system, if you'd like to. So this was this, and then there were of course some nice little gimmicks, just like, for example, if you just want to crash the system, which was also one of the possible challenges that you could accept. You just go to the run menu in here and typed in C where the fuck is the backslash? There is a backslash. con, which just simply crashed the system automatically, which was a nice little feature built into the system. And this was one of the challenges, and the only thing that you could do is here just simply restart the whole system, and you have this, you can see a nice little animation, and there were also some sounds in here. So this third major level was really badass, and it allowed you to do lots and lots of stuff, just like, for example, playing sound, just like this one. You might have heard it, or let me make it a little bit louder in here somehow. Or even this sound that everyone then laughed because it was the start sound of the game. So I hope you heard it. So this was revolutionary back then. So to have sounds in the game that just simply indicated somehow the status of the game itself. And then there was also a secret level in Windows 95, which could be enabled by just right-clicking on the so-called desktop and then going to New and then opening up a new folder and giving it the name. And now, the moment you've all been waiting for, pressing enter, and then just simply rename it again to proudly, if I can type correctly here, present for your viewing pleasure. Hitting enter, then rename again. The Microsoft Windows 95 product team ! And if you click then this folder, it will start and bring up a nice little secret and bonus level of the Microsoft Windows 95 team. So this is basically my short let's play of Windows 95. I hope you enjoyed this, and hope you had lots and lots to laugh, and yeah, thanks for watching.